Okay. It looks like we are live. Just checking. All right. How about that? So, good evening, everyone. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Um, I'm not paying attention to the game at all. Just kind of yeah, giving up on that. I don't like either of those teams, so whatever. But hey, you know what? They're out there, they're doing it, they're achieving their goals, which is to get to the big show and win. One of them's going to achieve their goal, the other team isn't. And that's something I want to talk about today. So I am happy to announce that on February 25th, I am going to be running a goal setting workshop. So this is going to be the pilot program for my program, Resolute Goal Setting. And you can go to lifeisjustbeginning.com/resolute. Check that out to find more information about what's happening on the 25th and how you can reserve your seat to it. And it's going to be great. There is a lot of information that we'll be going over that day. I'm gonna cram a lot into a couple of hours on a Saturday morning, so hopefully it won't be too overwhelming. But that's why I'm doing special pricing on this for those of you brave enough to show up. That will enable you to get any updates to the program I make. And I know there will be updates as it gets expanded and ratified a little more solid than what it is now, because I know you guys are gonna have questions. I'm gonna have answers, and that's gonna end up giving me insight for new modules to add to it. So for those of you that register, you'll be able to get access to that. And when I do the full workshop, I'm envisioning it as a 3-day thing. You'll get access to that, all the replays. If you can't make it live, you'll still get the videos for that. So very exciting stuff. And a lot of it's going on to setting our goals correctly comes down to how are we writing them? What are we putting out there? And that is a big part of it, because we need to get past the resistance of our subconscious mind. And our subconscious mind does not want to change. When it has our existing beliefs, our programs running, it creates that map of reality, and it wants to keep things the same because that's safe and it knows that. So it's like, okay, it's going to be resistant to change. And that's where we end up sabotaging ourselves. We're not necessarily doing that. There's just a mechanism that is trying to protect us. And this workshop is going to be great. I'm going to show you how to get past that, how to write your goals to avoid that and get the subconscious on board with it, and how you can discover if maybe you're writing goals and you have resistance to them and you don't even realize it. So that's going to be one of the things, getting rid of those limiting beliefs so you can have the best 2023 possible. And I think this is going to be really good, really exciting. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for it. And I'll just show you, well, maybe I won't. Um, well, how about that? Oh, there we go. Man, Um, oops. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not doing that. This is not my best technical broadcast today. But I mean, one of my goals for this year was to do it more. And even though this is definitely not my best live, I'm doing it and I feel good about it in my body. And that's the other thing that we need to focus on is how do the goals make us feel? Does resistance come up? And what do we do about it when it does? Because we don't want resistance, but we do need some tension. It needs to be difficult to push us outside of our comfort zone, but not so much that we shut down. And that's one of the things that I will show you how to get around. And a lot of people like using affirmations. I like affirmations. Affirmations are great. They're an incredibly powerful tool to use as long as it's congruent with your belief. And if you have a lot of limiting beliefs under the surface that are holding you back, that are keeping you down, affirmations can actually have a negative effect and it can push you away from the goal you want to achieve because getting the message, no, wait, things aren't like that. I don't believe this. And when it's out of alignment, it brings up a lot of heavy emotions, a lot of negative thoughts, and those limiting beliefs kick in, and then we put our goals off to the side, or we give up on them and we move on to something else. So that is something, but they do have an important role in reaching our goals. But the emotional alignment is the biggest one. And I know for those of you that are, it's the 12th of February, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So for those of you who either have a goal for 2023 to find a relationship, or if you just want to put some excitement back into yours, then making sure that you're in emotional alignment with that goal is incredibly important because you want to feel worthy enough to receive your goal when you when you get it. If you don't feel worthy of a relationship, then how do you expect to find it? If that's your goal, sure, you can find one. Anybody can find one, but it's not going to be what you want. It's not necessarily going to be healthy when you do get it. So you want to be in emotional alignment and you want to have that clear idea of what you want and you want to word it just right so it tears down any subconscious resistance to it, gets past any limiting beliefs, and allows you to actually get what you want. And I'll show you how to get through that. There's something releasing involved in it, and that's a very powerful technique that's really changed the way I've been doing self hypnosis for the past year. Um, yeah, well, a little over that actually. Um, Almost 2 years now. I guess come to think about it, no, year and a half doesn't matter. But yeah, and that comes to welcoming in what we're feeling, but we have to be really honest with ourselves of what we're actually feeling, and more importantly, like how we experience that in our body and getting back in touch with that. So this is I'm really excited for this workshop. If you have any questions about it, feel free to drop me a line and I'm happy to answer any questions, but or else you can always go to lifeisjustbeginning.com/resolute to sign up for it. It's going to be 11 a.m. on Saturday, February 25th. And yeah, this is a special pilot program, and I'm really excited for it. I'm really looking forward to it. And I think if you take it, you're really going to get a lot out of it. And this stuff has the power to change lives. And it it can really change your life. And it really goes into so much more than just goals and getting the things that we want. It's getting us to be honest with ourselves about where we're at, and then having that roadmap and knowing that we can get there, that we can get what we want. We can make it to that finish line. And when we do it in a way that's in alignment with ourselves and where we're at, we get so much more from our goals than we were ever asking for. And so there's really a lot of personal development stuff that goes into this. And goal setting is just kind of the tip of the iceberg for all of that other stuff. But it's a great place to start because we're creating that blueprint on, okay, I know where I want to go. I know what it's going to look like when I get there. How do I get there now? So, yeah, I think that is about all for tonight. Again, go to lifeisjustbeginning.com/resolute. Check that out. I need to go grab some dinner, and I will talk to you all very soon. Have a great